Hey, what's going on? This is Martin, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Hopefully, you are doing well, depending on when some of you see this. This is New Year's Eve. Hopefully, you are doing well. I think the only thing I was going to do today was just to see if I'm able to lift these 123-pound dumbbells for an incline chest press, and that was gonna be it, and just do a short. But while I was out this morning, um, I think three guys asked me all these different questions um, about whether or not I use straps and how heavy of a dumbbell can I lift when I chest press, shoulder press, curl, and when I told them what I can actually do currently. Um, One of the guys who might be stronger than he think he is, I think he said something about struggling to, I don't know if he said shoulder press or chest press 50-pound dumbbells. Um, it's a very young guy. I'm not sure how young. I'm guessing he might be anywhere between 19 and 22. Um, and the point in mentioning that while doing what I'm doing is just the fact that for those of you who have seen me lift certain loads, especially for the first time over the last 3 years, almost 4 years, um, especially the young people who might try to jump and do stuff that you're not really physically ready for, possibly emotionally ready for. But as I told him, for anybody, but especially young people, like, don't rush to try to lift certain loads. Because when I told them that I did a flat bench chest press with 160-pound dumbbells for the first time, when I did that the first time, if I'm not mistaken, I was 34 years old when I did it. So 34 or 35, I think 34. 34 going on 35 or 35 going on 30. I think I was 35 going, no, shit, I think I was 36 going on 37. So I was 36, I think, when I did a chest press with 160 pounds for the first time. And my point with that is the fact that I was 36 at the time and doing something like that for the first time. Don't rush trying to lift certain loads, any load. Don't rush to do it, especially if you're younger, but even if you're at a certain age, around my age or older, still don't rush to do it depending on where you are right now. Uh, Enjoy the journey. Um, Again, I was 36 when I did 160 for the first time. Um, I was shocked, pleasantly shocked when I did 140 for the first time. Pleasantly shocked when I did 150 for the first time, and then I waited, I don't even know how long before having the nerve and curiosity to try to do 160. So, all right. Let me wait a little bit. I don't know what that was about. Um, but yeah, to try to do that, and I did it the first time and I should have left it alone. I did it the first time and should have left it alone, but I was like, well, let me wait a little bit. like I'm doing now, except I didn't fail. Let me wait a little bit and see if I could do a second set and actually record it. But when I try to record the second set, my left elbow, uh, I heard and felt stuff that I had never heard or felt before in my life. I was hoping to never hear or feel that again. I did, and it's been a while since I've heard or felt it. But you know, when you watch, especially for those around my age, and you watch certain cartoons and you see all the damage that was done to certain characters and Looney Tunes and certain cartoons, to where they, you know, you hear certain sounds, and if I can go without hearing any of those sounds ever again on my left elbow or any other part of my body, and it's usually only when I did chest press, but thankfully I've learned over the last 2.5 years, if not longer, how to actually strengthen my elbow specifically. So hopefully it's less likely for me to ever have those issues or to hear or feel those things again. All right, so let me see if I can actually do this time at less of an incline. I don't think the incline matters, but you know, maybe today is not the day, so we'll see. I might have to lower it. Oh. Alright, so I kind of got what I wanted in terms of doing a set of three. So now, if I do a second set of three, maybe even a third set of three. But yeah, for anyone, well, pretty much regardless of their age, to not rush to do certain things. I mean, especially for what I'm dealing with right now. 123 is not my max, but yet it feels really heavy today. So maybe I should have done a third set of warm up or a better warm up. But I do work out right after leaving work, so we are a little less busy with the job that I have, so I thought I would be better off. In terms of lifting this load, especially seeing that it's only 123, but you know, sometimes it's not necessarily a bad thing that you can't lift as heavy as you plan. So again, to not rush to lift certain loads, any load, and just like enjoy the journey towards getting to a certain number and using different angles and doing a certain number of reps, a certain number of sets, hopefully not too many sets, depending on what some people consider too many. I don't think you have to do 3 or more sets of every single exercise. It's up to you if you do that. It probably works better for younger people, but at the same time, if you're doing a certain number of sets, that means either you're not lifting heavy enough to where you did that many sets, maybe taking a bit too much time in between sets for those who do that. You know, and there could be a bunch of reasons in terms of some people doing too much or taking too much time in between sets, talking too much, looking at their phone too long, in terms of not having enough time to do other things other than work out and whatever else you're trying to do before or after. Um, and whatever reason that you haven't lifted a certain load, you might be doing too many sets, before, I choose to do incline first, personal preference. So, like when I failed doing trying to do the first set, I originally was going to do flat first. Whether that matters or not, I don't know. It hasn't mattered before, so maybe this is just one of those days that I struggle at least a little bit trying to lift a certain load. So try to do this second set. I think I was gonna do that angle before and change my mind, so it seems like that's a good idea now. So, you know, I don't remember if that's 20 degrees or whatever that might be for those who care about stuff like that. It's hard to remember whether it's 30 or 20 or less, maybe 10. 30, 20, or 10 degrees. I don't remember how those numbers work, but there's a slight incline compared to where I had it, where I failed on the first set. So, all right, this is the second set. I don't know if I'm doing a third. So, I think I am going to try to do one more set at this slight incline, 20 degrees or whatever the heck it is. Excuse me. Do what works for you in terms of taking a certain amount of time in between sets. Whatever might work for you with that. I think you should take at least 2 minutes, probably 3, because if you're watching this video, I'm assuming and believe you are interested in strength training. And what's considered power training, power workouts. For those of us who do anywhere between 1 and 5 sets, or excuse me, 1 and 5 reps, 1 and 3 reps. So apparently if this was suggested to you or you're already subscribed, for those who are, to take anywhere between 2 and 3 minutes, maybe even 4, depending on how heavy you're going and how many sets you're doing. But again, I don't believe in doing a lot of sets. I do believe and noticed over the years, if not decades, that the people who do more sets seem to look better. But one, they probably eat at least a little bit better than people think. One, and then two, yes, they currently look better, but they also probably have a lot of issues in terms of being more sore than I am, due to so much use. Because again, even if I didn't, I would do it anyway. But to have the job that I have, and then to come here and do this after work, to where I am tempted to start doing it before work, but I prefer to do stuff during the day. So instead of working out at night and then going to work, uh, early in the morning. Uh, Let me see. You had to be there at 2 a.m. today. So, um, again, do what works for you. I believe it should be 2 to 3 minutes, maybe even 4 minutes, or 3 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that. And then hopefully you're not doing that many sets to begin with. So I'm doing 3 sets just because I want to, but I'm not likely to do that when I do flat bench. So probably just be 2 sets of whatever number I think I can do and be done with it. So, and then flies, and then I'm doing tries. I'm not recording all of that, but but that's what I'm doing today: chest and tries. I might do certain things for abs, but chest and tries, legs tomorrow. If I'm not mixed up my days, I think I'm good. So tomorrow is Thursday, so legs tomorrow, and then shoulders on Friday. Even though it's usually different than that, but due to the weather and the weird mood I was in, I took Monday off and just did some other stuff. But still getting my 4 days in, almost regardless of what the weather might be, especially seeing that I don't have to go to work tomorrow on New Year's Day. So depending on when some people see this. Alright, so I think that was about enough time. Try to get this third set in. Hopefully I didn't start too early, but hopefully I didn't start too late. So third set here. I got groceries on the way. All vegan for me. All vegan for me, going on 6 years. For those who are watching the video, especially up to this point, and you want or need help on your journey towards increasing your strength and being able to lift certain loads, whether you've been struggling or you just want to avoid that part of the process and struggle as much trying to do it yourself compared to actually having help. Especially if you're already subscribed, I'm guessing you trust me at least a little bit or like what I post at least a little bit. So I actually have it to where you can actually try what I do as an online personal trainer. Have a trial of what I do without paying. A free trial of my online personal training with the app that I use and the stuff that I have in there. Give it a try, see how you like the stuff that's in there, the way things are done, and however the relationship works between us as far as you being able to send me direct messages on the app and me being able to send you workouts that fit best for what you want. Not everybody's not getting the same workout, so that's the best part about it, because it's based off of what equipment you have and where you work out, and then with it being online, working out on your schedule. So, if you actually want to experience that trial, to either say, so it'd be better if you send me a direct message on Instagram or TikTok. On TikTok, I think it's Fuller.Fitness4 or something like that. And then Fuller Fitness BNY on Instagram. So I'll try to put that information below. So yeah, if you want a trial, and then for those who just want to skip the trial and just get right to it, especially if you've been subscribed for a while or seen a few of my videos, whether you're subscribed or not, and just get into the online personal training so I can help you get started or get over the hump. whatever your current issues and not being able to lift certain loads. To for anybody that's interested in that same thing, whether you send me a direct message, follow me, and or send me a direct message on TikTok, and then same with Instagram. And for those who have it or whatever, to follow me and or send me a direct message on Instagram. So fuller.fitness4 on TikTok or something like that. I don't remember what the name is because I didn't get to pick it. And then Fuller Fitness BNY on Instagram. Alright, so that should be more than enough time for me to do this third this third set. And then also, if you're interested at least a little bit, if you're not already, to subscribe to this YouTube, so you can see the stuff that I post here. It's going to be more shorts than anything, but again, due to some of the questions that were asked of me this morning, I thought it'd be a good idea to talk about it. Hopefully I got everything. Let me see. One guy asked me if I use straps, which I don't. I think that same guy asked me something about calluses. I don't know why that was something he was interested in talking about, but and then another guy saying he struggled with pressing 50-pound dumbbells, which is fine. You know, again, I'm not sure how young he is, but you know, don't rush the process. It might not always seem like it, but it's worth it as long as you keep trying. Just don't keep trying the same exact thing. Try something different, different angle, taking more time in between sets, having a spotter, you know, making sure you get a certain amount of sleep, you know, at night or whatever your schedule is, drinking a certain amount of water during the day or night, depending on what your schedule is, and using certain supplements properly, creatine or whatever it is that you might use. All right. Hopefully I can get this last set in and done. And then do flat bench. Oh, but I'm not recording that part. All right. Hopefully nothing fell out of my pocket. And by the way, just in case so I don't forget, again, this is New Year's Eve, so hopefully you have a healthy, happy New Year and ready to do much better with whatever you have going on for 2026. And that's weird how heavy 123 feels today. But I got her done. You know, for those who saw the beginning, if not the whole video, I struggled on the first set for whatever the reason. Could be multiple reasons as to why I failed, but changed the angle a little bit, and even with changing the angle a little bit, I still felt heavy today, but I'm happy with that. You know, with 123-pound dumbbells, close to my body weight, got 3 sets. Did it by myself without a spotter. Not to say there's anything wrong with the spotter, but I always work out by myself. And for me, it's not because I necessarily wanted to. It was just that when I used to try to work out with people in high school and in my early 20s, specifically high school and college, I would be at the gym waiting on these guys, whatever. I think it was usually one person. I don't know if I was ever working out in a group, except in high school, for a short period of time. And I would be at the gym waiting on these guys, and I think one guy, I was waiting on him for like 90 minutes. And I was really upset, and I was on the phone with my dad, and he said, "Do you need him?" I'm like, "No, but we said we were going to work out together at such and such time," and whatever else I said. And he was like, "Well, if you're that upset that he's not there, and he didn't call you or whatever telling you he's on the way and all this other stuff, just do your workout, get your workout in and done, and then do the rest of your stuff, and then just decide whether or not you're going to ever work out with that person again or whatever. But just do your workout and do what you can on your own, and if there's somebody else that can help you or whatever, do that." So I went and did my workout with an attitude, and I think that might have been the last time, more so than not, that I asked anybody to work out with me. I think I jokingly asked people to work out with me before, but I don't think I was serious to have anyone that I know, like, or respect to work out with me. So there is temptation to have certain people work out with me for the sake of having a spotter so I can go heavier, but I think I've been doing pretty good so far, planning whether or not I was going to lift certain loads or not, do a certain number of sets or not, and taking a certain amount of time in between sets. And it's rare that I get hurt or that I'm too tired or can't lift some of the loads that I want to lift. Today don't seem like one of those days, but in terms of how much I struggled to try to do the first set at the one angle that I had it at. But I feel fine now that I've got that part of the workout done and ready to move on to the next. So hopefully with this part of the video, with it being it was going to be a regular incline, but I moved it back to slight incline, which was my original plan. So again, I'm good with that. And hopefully you liked the video at least a little bit, regardless of how much of it that certain people watched. And hopefully you subscribe so that you are directly notified, without having to look around for whatever, or it being suggested to you, unless you just didn't see it yet, but to subscribe. And then hopefully you press the like button. Not only does it help me, but it'll help others who are actually interested in stuff like this. I would have loved to see stuff like this when I was growing up. So for younger people, but even people around my age, being 40 years old, and not only 40 years old, or 40-year-old vegan. So I'm going on 6 years very soon, in February of 2026 actually. So for those who are interested in that, so again, to press the like button to not only help me, but help others that are interested in stuff like this. Then not only that, to actually share it so that certain people can get a direct notification or whatever from your Facebook or whatever it is that you use about stuff like this, and see, especially this time of year where people are trying to start or restart on their journey towards lifting certain loads and working out by themselves and working out at home or wherever some of you work out. So again, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're doing well. Again, depending on when certain people see this, I hope you have a very safe and fun New Year's Eve, as well as a safe and fun New Year's overnight. Because I'll be in bed before all that. So for those of you that are going to stay up for that and doing whatever and whoever that you're doing, be safe, have fun, but be safe, and hopefully you are ready for whenever the next video might be, which might be tomorrow. So hopefully you enjoyed it. This is Martone, owner and trainer of Fuller Fitness. Take care.